Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming with more Plague Inc. Evolved Custom Scenarios. Yes, we are back after another hiatus. Those have been happening a lot lately, haven't they? But I need them. I need them for my own psychological well-being. And also, after the whole coronavirus stuff that was going on, thought I'd take a little bit of a break, lie low a little bit. Heck, Plague Inc. got banned in China, so I mean, there goes half my audience. It's a joke, of course. That's not even remotely true. Also, the advantage of taking these nice little hiatuses, is that a word? I don't know. The advantage of taking a break, though, is I do get to build a nice little backlog of requests for scenarios from my audience, so I'm going to be working down that list. And that said, there have been a couple that have been missing for some reason, not able to find them, so if I don't get to them before my next hiatus, it probably means something went wrong, and you should message me and let me know what's going on, okay? First one we're going to do here is called The Pink Corruption, which I just had up a second ago. Well, that's not it. No, yes it is, but it's not... What? Something's happened here. Hang on. There we go, that's weird. It was literally the scenario, same exact one, just for some reason missing all of its descriptions. That's a thing I've seen happening occasionally. Anyway, by Mr. Ginger. I have no idea what this scenario is about, but I'm assuming it has something to do with the color pink. A hidden virus in Wish, misspelled with no H, whose only goal is to control the world in which... It's spelled correctly, so what happened there? I don't know. Was created and to thrive as the highest being on planet Earth and put all of humanity under its control. Hey! They didn't put the apostrophe there! That excites me. This scenario was created, I'm guessing, in dedication to the JSAB animated series, and as always, praise Pravus. Alright, hang on. JSAB, this is going to be one of them reference things that's going to get people yelling at me. What the heck is this? I need to find out. Hang on. Okay, so it's a thing called Just Shapes and Beats, an action rhythm game developed by Canadian indie team Berserk Studio. I've never heard of this, but it's got a 10 out of 10 on Steam. Huh. Okay, so it's based off a rhythm game. Honestly, did not expect that, but now I'm going into this scenario slightly more equipped and knowledgeable than I was before. So don't mock me. It's a Neurax worm, metabolic jump, genetic mimic, parasitic streamophile, and symptostasis. Normal difficulty, and it's going to be called The Pink Corruption by default. In Area 51, a failed experiment caused the rebirth of Redacted and escaped into the depths of the Nevada desert. That is not the right desert to go to. Don't do it. It's a terrible place. I've been there. My first victim. Your first victim was as small, 11-year-old boy living on the Mississippi River. Man, traveled from the Nevada desert all the way to the Mississippi River. Alright, the Mississippi River. Use him to spread your virus to be at the top of the world. Why does this seem familiar? As if I've done something like this before. That feels like a very familiar entry or opening segment, and I don't know where it's from. Also, the year is 2120 for some reason. So we are in the distant future. Man, I would have thought that the Mississippi River would have dried up by now, but okay, that's fine. Neurax worm has emerged. So are we going to have everyone shimmying and shaking to the music? Is that what's going on? I don't know. We have eggs, zoonotic shift, insects, rodents, livestock, fomites, blood, and bird. Lots of different options. This is not the standard opening lineup for the Neurax worm, so there is customization here. We'll see how thematic it is in just a moment. Symptoms. We have genetic takeover. Disease begins to affect the DNA of its host, being able to control if necessary. So is this one of those guided evolution sort of things, you know? You just directly guide the development of DNA and mutations and stuff? I don't know. There we have our cold heat, drug resistance, and Trojan planes. Good to know that that exists, because, I mean, way too many times I've been bamboozled by the Steam Workshop with these Neurax worms, and there's no Trojan planes to be found, or at least they're very well hidden. And I get very confused. Let's go for the eggs, level 1 and level 2. Might as well, they are fairly cheap. And since we did start off in the United States, of course, it is a wealthy nation with a fairly good healthcare system, despite what some people might want to tell you. So it's going to be a little bit difficult for us to actually spread out of this country. We should go for the rodents, though, because they are good in the urban regions, which the United States does qualify for as well, despite the fact that we have perhaps one of the lower average population densities from the developed world. I mean, where we have our cities, they're pretty tightly knit cities, I know that, but we got a lot of open space in the USA. Lots of open space. Anyway, so I went for the fomites, because of course fomites quite good for the wealthier nations. Rio Olympics mystery. The real question is what's going to happen in Japan. So I have been actually looking at going for a Japan vacation this year, but with the coronavirus doing what it is, I kind of thought that maybe airline tickets and tourism and stuff was going to be a little bit cheaper. No. No, it is not, as a matter of fact. It is pretty bad. The Olympics are going to be later this year in Japan, in Tokyo, so I was having a hard time finding tickets, and I actually tried, I think, 4 or 5 times to book something, and I don't know what it was about that time of day when I was trying to book, but 5 times in a row, I got the notice of, oh, I'm sorry, your hotel just finished booking, and it's like, what the crap? So I couldn't get anything, and I'm like, well, maybe it's a sign. I shouldn't go there. There's a coronavirus anyway. Who knows what the heck's going to happen in the next 4 months. Japan will have to wait, alas, which is really sad because I've been trying to learn some Japanese. This has no bearance at all on what's going on here, but I just wanted to make conversation, I guess. Let's go for them Trojan planes, and hopefully we get something soon, because I need to get out of the United States into a different continent, because we are having a heck of a time actually spreading right now. We are going extremely slowly. I do want some drug resistance to try and bump this up a little bit. Give me a wee little bit more of a boost. So what should I do for a vacation? Now I'm thinking about this. Again, no bearance in the scenario, but since we're sitting here waiting, might as well talk about it. Oh, good. Brain symptom mutated. I'll talk about that in a second. Where should I go? And Yali and I have been talking about maybe doing like some sort of an all-inclusive vacation down like Jamaica or something. I don't know. Somehow that doesn't quite appeal to me to the same way of like going to Japan. I mean, it's freaking Japan. I would love to experience the exotic culture, but oh well, only got so much money to go around. Maybe just have to wait till next year. All right, so let's see. Transmissions, symptoms. We did get the whole brain thing. Disease begins to spread through the neurons in the brain, making the connections even stronger. So people are getting smarter, presumably. Then we have body transformation. The disease begins its next stage with a random apostrophe that doesn't need to be there, because it's not it is a possessive, which means it's just ITS, but also that's after the S, so I have no idea what they're trying to communicate here. The disease festers through the nervous system, making it even less noticeable and even harder to analyze. Let's go for some more fomites, again, just to spread a little faster since we are now getting into parts of Europe and Canada as well. The United States is a neutral temperature, so we will need to be going for let's go ahead and get into Brazil, actually. Let's just get started in South America. We will need to get some various different environmental resistances as well, but now we're starting to hit critical mass in the United States. So yeah, okay, so we could go for this. It doesn't get me anything at the moment, though. Very curious what's going on here. I will say, I still frequently get people saying, hey, please don't be too harsh with my, or don't get angry at me for not having very good English or making grammatical errors and stuff. I will repeat this, just because this is something that people seem concerned about. I don't want people to be concerned about it. I'm not actually peeved at anyone with grammatical errors, okay? Doesn't bother me really at all. It's an easy, low-hanging fruit kind of joke to make, all right? It's poking good-natured fun, but, I mean, maybe English isn't your first language, in which case, dude, more power to you. I am so impressed that you can even do that. Wish I could learn a language. But on the other hand, I don't know. I mean, it's just easy fun. So, for people who maybe do speak the language natively and then they just make mistakes, I don't know. It's easy. It's a thing that I've become known for. But I'm not actually angry, so don't worry about it. It's fine. But I will make fun of you. I make no promises not to do that. All right, so we did pick up the body transformation. Now we have hallucination, skin discoloration, and patient 0. The disease will transform its first victim, making him the commander of the New World Army. That sounds great. It does give me some much-needed severity for extra DNA, so I like that. Then we have hordes. Okay. Much larger threat to the uninfected. Skin discoloration hosts a slight pink color. So this is where we're going to start turning people pink. But when are they going to start doing some dances? That's what I want to know. Are they going to dance and do rhythmic boss fights? Because apparently that's what this thing is. I don't know what's going to happen. What is hallucinations going to do? Not much. It's 17 DNA, and I don't see any real stats. I'm guessing, okay, based on the description here, recently infected hosts view medics as demons and try to stay away. This is going to be similar as to like the hallucinations and insomnia and stuff as far as just reducing the likelihood that people go to the doctor in the first place. Let's go for the eye. The disease discolors the eye to be a glowing shade of magenta and discharges a liquid form of the virus. Wasn't there a meme about that went around at some point? I'm pretty sure that there was. There's some meme that went around about printers in the color magenta. See, I pay attention on occasion. I sort of am in touch with the youth culture. Not very much, but sort of. We did get stealth attacks, so the infected can move faster and can hide in the shadows, making it easy for stealth attacks, more effective but less severe, also some lethality. Then we have dependence. The pink corruption becomes more aware of the situation the host is in and can plot routes to escape if needed. Effective and less severe. Reducing severity, I guess, is okay. This gets me a lot more infectivity. If I do this in conjunction with dependence, that'd be great. The problem is it's 30 DNA. So I'm going to continue down the main line because I want to be absolutely sure that nothing is going to happen there. I don't want to find myself suddenly hitting a 40 DNA symptom in order to win the game, and now I haven't got anything because I spent it all. Like a maroon. Or a magenta, I don't know. Let's go to Indonesia, just get some more of those islands out of the way. I am alive. Oh good, this just reminds me of a song from Portal. This was a triumph. At last, I don't need a low-life host anymore. Disease leaves the host's body. This time it probably needed a possessive. Taking their organs with them for energy, leaving the corpses there for the rest. You took the organs, but you left behind the shell? Wait a minute. The skin is actually the largest organ in the body. So what does that mean? You left behind the skeleton? And took all the flesh off of it? Basically? Maybe some muscle tissue? I don't know. Okay, well, let's go for some cold and heat resistance. Let's also get some more drug resistance, just kind of speed this up a little bit. I've been going a little slow here. I'm talking about things that don't actually matter rather than playing the damn game. It's almost as if I'm some sort of an amateur and I don't do this for a living. Almost. What a horrible video. I do sincerely apologize. Let's get some more cold resistance going on there. Hallucinations won't do me a whole lot of good. We do need a bit more heat and cold transfer and stuff. I'm going to go for the livestock to spread faster in places like Russia. In the rural areas, I think most places that are still currently missing enough infected people. This is mostly just rural areas. What are we missing here? Sweden and the Philippines. Well, the Philippines has closed their port, so let's get in there. Should be able to get into Sweden on our own without too much more help. And there we are. So, I need to infect everybody, and then I can go for I am alive, and it just kills everybody immediately. Defiance. Hosts refuse medical checkups and can run away just to be safe. Ironically, they are not safe. We're going to go ahead and pick that up because I guess it slows down the cure and stuff. Hordes mutated. All right, that's a lot more severity and some lethality and stuff. You need to be slightly wary of that. I guess we'll send some Trojan planes up into Sweden. What we can do is spend some points on things like the Trojan planes here and then try to get Trojan roamers, which increases the infectivity in a targeted country, so whenever we use this, we get a little bit of an infectivity boost. Pretty helpful when you have a couple of countries that are holding out on you just a wee little bit. For example, let's get another one into the Philippines just to kind of speed this along. There you go. There we go. That's nice. The mutation patterns are extraordinary, they spake. Okay, well, that's good. Let's go for some genetic reshuffles and stuff, just kind of slow this down a little bit. Try to make sure that I have a little bit better score. Do need to save up some points, though. Oh, never mind. There we go. Everyone is now going to... Oh, no! Don't die! Wait. Too much death all of a sudden. I got a lot of DNA out of that. That's great, but... Oh, boy. We killed everyone in the Philippines. So we need to get another Trojan plane over here ASAP. Yeah, mutation chances... very extraordinary. Now I can't infect the Philippines anymore. What? That can't be true. No. Tell me it ain't so. Send another plane. Up. No, wait. It was infected and then immediately ended. I think somehow we broke this. I'm not too sure how we did it, because I don't think I saw the fatality numbers go up. Oh, yep, they just immediately died again. This doesn't make sense. I got rid of the symptom. Lethality shouldn't be that bad. Well, we broke it. Hang on, I'm going to try this again. There we go. Managed to infect the entire world, then mutate. I am alive, which means everyone should be plopping over dead just like so. Boom! Yep. I guess pink goo just waltzed its way out of everyone's bodies. Now we have billions of organ-dragging pink goo. That is a really gross thought. Okay, well, 647 days, 38,210 points, 2 stars. All in all, I'm not entirely sure where the scenario was trying to go. It said it was being inspired by something that appears to have had very little impact on the scenario itself, which, to be fair, like I wasn't really even sure how a pink rhythm action game was really going to relate in Plague Inc. in the first place. I'm just not too sure where this was going. It definitely had a lot of customization. The author had an intent. Maybe it's just flying over my head. Overall, though, I'm not entirely sure how much I get it, so... As a result, like I'll say that I liked it because I think it's fairly well put together and at least it's pretty balanced. It just needs, I think, a more compelling and maybe coherent theme to it. That would be my only real feedback. Otherwise, I think it's on the right track, and at least things seem to work the way they were intended, and that is certainly nice. At the same time, I've never really been a big fan of the kill switch button at the very end, especially because if you mutate it, things bug like they just did, so I don't know, not a big fan of that particular arrangement, but otherwise, I'd say it's a good work in progress, and it has a little bit more that is probably needed for it to go to the next level. Also, more pink. It's the pink corruption. I need more pink things. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then I ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.